I know that's as loud as it goes, apparently. Which
I can't see. Who's that?
What's up, guys? Hold on, going live.
I don't know what we're doing here.
Oh my God! Stop talking. How about that? Oh. What's up, guys? It's Fran the Savage from the Savage Ladies of Metal. And with us today is our lovely Marla from World Metal Scene. Figure that shit out. And, and we got, well, technically Amy's name's on there because Amy, our Savage Amy, is in the studio with Mockstar, and Jack is holding the phone in a crazy angle. Sorry about the little glitches. We were having trouble. We weren't going to be able to make it just in time, but we did. So thank you for being here, Jack.
Hey.
What's up, man?
I can't hear you, and your picture is frozen with this look on your face like, what?
This happens occasionally.
Am I frozen too?
Yeah, you're frozen too.
This occasionally happens. That's not our fault, unfortunately. It's Wi-Fi
The
connection.
only person
Maybe
not frozen here out of this is me, I'm guessing.
It could be just the fact that you're
in a second.
I think Amy's got it in a second. So, okay, maybe not. Okay, never. Hey, oh, there. Wait. That's better, kind of. But you guys are still frozen.
It'll happen. It's the reception in the studio you're at, so it's okay. So, Jack, moving on. Enjoy our frozen faces.
I'm trying to hear you. Wow, hang on.
Oh, it looks like
Okay, logging out here.
All right. Amy's out, but Mockstar is officially in. Oh, there you go.
Here, I'll adjust you guys if you want.
As everyone knows, sometimes there are link issues and connection issues, and it takes a minute, so I apologize to everyone.
Holy crap.
What's up, guys? Amy is in studio with Mockstar. She was able to make it to the studio. I kept my ass home because I'm staying very inactive this weekend because of past issues that just recently happened. But anyway, Mockstar, guys, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Amy, thank you for joining everyone in the studio, Amy.
No problem.
How are you feeling, Fran? You doing all right? You're drinking. Really?
Well, all right.
It's coffee.
Your glasses.
I know.
It's coffee. I'm doing okay. I'm okay. So let's not talk about me. Let's move on. Anyway, Marla, thank you for making it. I know Sundays are very hard for you with your schedule. And Amy, I know yours is chaotic too. And you ladies made it. Ayo. Jack's pulling his pants down. Sorry for that interference.
Oh, wait a minute. I didn't see that.
We've got some behind the scenes footage that'll be posted after this through Facebook.
Sweet.
Yes. The Mockstar was going to go live and do a set, a song or two, but because YouTube is locking out podcasters left and right, screaming copyright infringement, even if it's the band's own music and their original, YouTube does not care. They have been locking people out, and we're not taking that chance because we would love to still continue helping the bands. And Amy has another reason for being there also, which I know about. We'll talk about that later. But yes, after the podcast, we will be airing live some awesome footage that Amy did with Mockstar for some future promotions. You guys want to talk about that? What is the recording about?
I figured I could be on
Amy's
site.
looking going like, why am I here for? What special reason am I here for?
I'm not here for the promoting. I mean, they'll talk about the show, I'm sure, in a little bit, but I'm just here because I
didn't get my introduction.
And I figured it'd be cool. Well, we're getting to you. Jesus.
I'm Jack Cole. These other guys.
And here's
I'm
the other
guy
guys.
This guy one, guy two over here.
You all introduce yourselves because
I'm
clearly I
Oz.
don't know names.
You guys want to introduce yourselves?
Again? Okay.
Oz and Dan. That's
I
all.
didn't hear them.
I'm Oz.
There you go.
Wait, here we go.
Is it better if we talk right into this thing? Hi, I'm Dan.
I love it. Yes.
Middle.
That is great.
I can see your face.
That is awesome. I'm just gonna step out. Corey, can you hear us? Okay, we got a message from Corey Riley. I don't know if that's a misprint or if she can't hear us. I don't know. Let us know. Anyway, you guys, thank you again for coming. You guys are an 80s kick-ass cover band, 80s cover band from Chicago. You guys have been on hiatus for about 10 years, and you've been hitting the stage for about almost the last year, right?
Well,
How's it feel to be back?
Let's clarify some stuff here. This is not the band that's been on hiatus with me for 10 years. I've been on hiatus for 10 years.
Valid. Killer Corey.
This is a whole different new Mockstar lineup. Non-hiatus here.
All right, your hiatus.
Well, I'm not anymore. I mean, I'm back now.
Well, hence the question.
The question was, I took a break for about 12 years. I was just needed a break. There's too much drama going on back in the day, and just band scenarios and your personal life and everything. Just everything took a toll. So I just needed to step back from it and raise my kids and just take a breath. And I got the itch again maybe a year and a half ago, and I decided to put Mockstar back together again and looked for a new lineup, and here we are.
Well, part of it.
We're missing a couple guys tonight. Mr. Velvet, we miss you, man. He's filling in on bass in Cobble Wobble somewhere with Van Halen someplace, and Mr. Van Panther, he's filling in for Bon Jovi in Atlanta, so they couldn't make it today. But hopefully they're checking in, they're tuning in, whatever. But you have us, and we're doing well. Mockstar has really taken off. Thank you to everybody for your love and support. We appreciate it. Our first show was opening up for Striper at the Arcada, and we've just been taking off since then.
Yeah, and I'm seeing that. I try to stay on and get you guys out there. You guys got a lot of killer shows that you've already done, and so much more coming up. So what do you guys got coming up? You want to drop some selfless promotion on that one?
Our next show is going to be March 19th at the Waterford Conference Center in Elmhurst.
I heard of this one.
This is not your typical bar show. We're trying to make this as close. It's a wedding. It's as close to an 80s arena rock show as we can possibly make it.
Hey, the Arena Rock Show.
I was like, Marla, what are you doing?
I happen to have that shirt on. I'm sorry.
The way you were doing it at first, I was like, wait a minute, what?
I thought
I could do anything on here.
That is funny as hell.
This is not your typical bar show. It's going to be a great show. We're bringing out all the stops for this. Amy Stephan and Company is opening for us, actually. There's a band called Crushing Daffodils, and then us. It's going to be a great night. It's $20 a ticket to get in. There's food and drinks. Discount on hotel rooms if you don't want to drive home for the nice swimming pool. It's going to be a kick-ass time. So that's the next show coming up that we're preparing for. March 26th, we are going to be at Tailgaters with Shock the System. April 1st, it's Hair Bash Part 2, which is going to be...
Are you writing this down?
Are you writing all this down to make sure you're going to be at these shows? Okay. April 1st, it's at Brower House at the Afterlife, the big room in the back. It's called Hair Bash Part 2. Night Songs is going to be with us. A phenomenal Cinderella.
Yeah, we just saw them last night, and they were great.
If you haven't seen songs, you've got to check them out. They're freaking fantastic.
And how many Cinderella cover bands, tribute bands
There
do
isn't.
you see?
There isn't. They're the
Because
only
that's
one.
some hard stuff to sing and hard stuff to cover, and they were great.
Then you have Cry Tough, which is going to open the night. They're a Poison tribute. Great guys on them. And then you got us.
The guy, he looks like Bret Michaels, by the way.
Yeah.
I haven't seen them yet, but he looks like Bret Michaels.
Yeah.
Well, in my opinion.
What date is that one? You said April 1st?
April
Yes.
1st.
I'm going to have to come to Illinois.
I'm telling you, Marla, this is where you need to be, sweetheart.
Exactly.
I'm all 80.
No disrespect to the Kentucky and Southern Indiana area, but other than our shit-ass weather, Chicago, music scene, don't matter if it's cover and original, this is where it needs to be. This is where you need to be. Come home to the Savages. Come home to the Savages. You're not far.
We don't have guys that look like us in Kentucky, so you got to come here.
Yeah. You can hang out with me and Jack and Amy all the time. That's a trip.
Going.
Oh, that would be a trip, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah, well. All right, so you guys are an 80s tribute cover band, but you don't specify to one band. What kind of music do you guys cover? What kind of bands?
The arena rock bands from the 80s. We cover everywhere from Guns N' Roses to Bon Jovi, The Poison, The Motley Crue. We throw some sliders in there from like XYZ. We do Hardline, Poison, Def Leppard. I mean, we pretty much cover the genre of the 80s of what made arena rock what it is. And it was the best decade ever. Yeah.
Boy George, you know.
The best
Flock of
decade ever,
Seagulls.
was the 80s. And that's what we're trying to recreate. Just people want to be entertained. They want to have fun when they come and see a show. And that's what we try to do. I'm kind of a cross between David Lee Roth meets Bret Michaels meets Bon Jovi. I'm all over the place, and that's what the guys.
I like that combination. Actually, that makes sense.
We try to entertain it. We want to bring the fun back. We're just trying to bring the fun back and let everybody have a great time at a Mockstar show. Our tagline is even you can be a Mockstar. So I'll bring people up on stage to sing or play guitar, play drums, do whatever, and just have a great time. It's what it's all about. It's not about us. It's about you guys. So we just try to have a great time doing what we do.
And that's what I love about. Well, of course, I was raised and the stuff in the '80s, so I'm a diehard '80s fan. But they always say that you always hear people say that the '80s have died out, and my argument is with that totally that it is not. When you have cover bands, tribute bands that are playing those '80s and that are doing that, I think that is really freaking great because it covers a lot of generations, and you bring back that to the crowd to where it makes it fun. And then it most like I can go to a show and it takes me back to that era, and I feel like I'm a young kid again, and that's what keeps me young inside is because of bands like you.
Right.
Thank you. I mean, it's again the biggest tour you're probably going to have this year is the stadium tour with Def Leppard, Motley Crue, Poison, and Joan Jett. That's going to be a huge. So that's going to bring the '80s right back into the main.
That's a killer lineup. When is that supposed to be?
That's coming. I guess the first shows are starting in June or July. They got coming. They're coming to Chicago. They're going to be at I think it's Soldier Field in June. I think.
Okay.
I got to call in some favors and see if I can be at that one. But,
that's a hell of a lineup, and you guys are going to be opening for that possibly, huh?
No, are we going to be opening for that? No.
What are you going to try for it? Why not?
We got some things in the fire, and we got some things that we're working on. I'm not going to.
Got some legs to break.
Yeah, I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag after the because I don't want to jinx anything. But we got some pretty big things coming up, and we just hope to. Again, without the fans and the love and support from everybody, we wouldn't be where we are. So we're very grateful and hope to see you guys at the next shows.
And I would like to interject here. I've seen Mockstar, back in the day, and then now more recently with a new version of it.
Mm-hmm.
And this new version, everything you would expect from the '80s arena rock bands, just everything over the top. The giant drum set and the lights and the fog machines and just
And the hair.
the hair. Look, Dan's got some great hair.
Don't forget the hair.
Look at,
Yeah, I was looking at that earlier.
He's got some crazy curly hair. It's great.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're great musicians and really paying tribute to these '80s bands, but the show they're putting on as well, which is just as important for that genre of music.
Mm.
And there's a lot of people that have done, tried to do the '80s music, and they might sound great at it, and musically, vocally, really nail it. However, these guys are going one step further and trying to put on that show to give you that feeling, that it's not really around as much anymore, and it's great. So if you have not seen them, you never know what to expect, but it's always going to be big because everything in the '80s was big, right?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
At least you were hopeful on that one, but yeah.
Okay, that's just took a turn. But Oh.
But no, I mean seriously, like Amy was saying, though, I also saw you guys back when you, well, Jack, when back in, fuck, when was that? 15 years ago. For me, you guys were already long established by then, but that's when I first saw you. And comparing, the lineup then to now, it's definitely. You have more crowd interaction. You have more, more energy. You guys are more live with this, with this lineup and this band, the band members that you have. It's an awesome group, and I think you guys are great.
We're a lot older now, so we have to do this because next week I could break a hip, and this can all be over.
And but you've got the big stage show behind you. Distract from that.
I mean, just to show you how much of a trooper we are and how dedicated we are to our shows. When we played the Broad Stop, they set me on fire. Literally set me on fire. So that's a long story. You gotta come to the show, ask me about it. I'll tell you.
Okay. You gotta give a quick summary on that one because I'm very curious to hear this.
Caught fire.
One of the props, my stand box that I stand on caught fire, and first it's just smoke and sparks, and I'm up there doing my thing. So we just kept going, thinking, okay, cool. And the next thing you know, I got flames shooting up the back of my leg. I'm like, fire! And I jump off. And
you can't make this shit up.
Sorry to laugh at your pain.
The funniest part was we were doing a Spinal Tap song while this was going on.
See, now that's perfect timing.
People actually thought it was part of the show.
Oh yeah, that's perfect timing. That's great.
Up there on fire, and people actually thought it was part of the show. Yeah, he's on fire! It's all great.
No. Somebody help me. Everybody's like, yeah.
I'm like, no, somebody help me. And they're all like, where to go? I'm like, no. Well, I mean, we thank you guys for the compliments. My vocals, I sound like Elmo meets Bret Michaels. So I try my best to hit the notes and do the songs justice as best we can. And as we try to be as close. Elmo, when I sing that. Kind of a thing.
Well, I've never heard you sing it like that, but that's hilarious.
And I got any backups to this thing?
Okay.
So,
Oh God.
well, I mean, it's just we can't explain a Mockstar show. Mockstar show is just something you have to come and experience for yourself. So I can't.
And I agree with that. Being at plenty of them.
Yeah. Anybody can tell you how great they are. Oh, we got businesses and that. Not that bad. We're like, come and make up your own mind, make your own decisions on how you think.
So I mean, you guys, I've seen your shows. You guys literally get dressed head to toe in the old school 80s rocker gear. How are you guys squeezing into those pants still at your age? That's fucking phenomenal. Okay, I'm just saying. And you get some tight ass pants, and it looks good. It looks good.
But again, Fran, you've known me 15 years ago when I did it. Has my body much changed since then? I mean, I've gotten a little bigger here and there.
All right.
I
On a side note here, though, okay, if you look back to the 80s and the way pants fit, and you look to now and they've discovered how to make them stretchy.
This is true.
Oh, that helps. I'm not saying like these guys. I'm just saying.
It's more defined.
It look like a bunch of fat fucks because my pants stretch. Okay, I get it.
That's why we wear the clothes that we wear, because that's why we move around so much, because we can't breathe. So we have to move in different positions to try to loosen the pants a little bit so we can breathe here and there. So that's
what it works.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm 155. I'm gonna open up for Karen Carpenter next. What?
Pretty much.
That is too funny. But you guys look great though, and you guys have an amazing sound. Jack, man, you got some notes that you got some pipes on you, man. You went on, you took a 4-year break, give or take, 10 total off and on. But when you finally grabbed that mic again and you knew you were ready to come back, how did your voice feel? What did that feel like to come back and just belt it out again?
My voice was still on vacation, so it kind of was poking. In all seriousness, I mean, it felt great. I mean,
we did a lot of studio work here.
We did a lot of studio work here before we went live. Oz put me in here, and the thing I gotta say about Oz, man, is he's an asshole, because
I can see this.
We had, we were doing we do a Steelheart song in our set, and we were here recording it, And at 3 o'clock in the morning, I had to sing this thing like 100 times over and over, you know, to get my voice back up to where it was. I mean, you know, your voice is a muscle, like any part of your body. You got to work it out. You got to get it in shape. And Oz got me back in shape. And the first show I did, you know, I felt the notes out, and it felt real good to be back.
That's the thing, you know, we don't mind doing the work, whether it be setting up big gear or, you know, sitting there working on a song for 8 hours. The objective there is that it sounds truthful and believable, and the whole show is believable, and the people are believable. I mean, we poke fun at each other and everything, but everybody's very passionate about this, and that's what I love. Everybody's really passionate.
In my opinion, you have to, you know, for it to really work and to gel band, you have to have that passion. You have to, you know,
It helps
kind
that
of have
you
the same
lived it.
goals, and you know, it's because I mean, I'm sure you guys know it's hard sometimes being your band. You're dealing with all
Always
these different
hard being your
egos, and it's how many bands stick around for long with the same lineup. You know, it's really hard to do.
Well, it's even different when you're trying to capture an era, and you know,
Right.
most of us live that era, so it's not like we have like if we were 20 years old, we're trying to pretend like we know what it's like to
Right.
be in a band playing
Right.
80s. We were there, we were doing this.
And
stuff.
I think that's important too, is
Yeah.
because
Absolutely. Yeah.
Mm.
so you understand it from, you know, first person perspective rather than just, oh yeah, I love that music. I wasn't around for that, but I love it, you know.
But we were around for it. We were just really young.
Watching us.
I was. I'm old, so
You guys, Marla, you're right around their age, give or take a couple of years. You guys are not that old. Don't even. You guys are still killing it. You're destroying.
yeah,
in your
I'm
50s
57.
You know
So
what? The 50s and 60-year-olds
I was born
are
and raised in
destroying it better than a
78.
lot of the 40-year-olds. Okay, you guys are doing something right, and we fucked up something.
There only is a little.
Asking any questions.
Okay, can you stop? Okay, well, let me jump in here real quick because I do have a couple questions for these guys.
Absolutely.
I brought up the Steelheart song.
Yes.
Now, the Steelheart song that you do requires keyboards. You currently do not have a keyboard player. Is this something that you are looking into adding into the band, or?
I mean, if we find somebody that we like and can dedicate themselves and be committed to the band and pull this off, then yeah, we would give that a second thought. The Steelheart song that we're learning now doesn't have keys in it, so
Oh, it's a different song. now.
yeah, we're learning a different one.
Are you willing to share what that is, or? Okay, well, I'm gonna ask this after we're off air.
Yeah.
Here it's on.
We weren't gonna say anything, but that's our keyboard player.
Yeah, he's right there. He's just
You
standing
know,
back there in the
okay,
back.
That's what most keyboard players look like anyway.
we can't show you right now. Maybe towards the end of the podcast, or I will get some pictures. And like I said, we have some behind the scenes footage
Mhm.
posted on Facebook after this.
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll post it after the podcast, and I'll just blow that up.
I'm going to show you their current keyboard player.
One thing that we really want to do right now, Oz and I would like to do is we want to thank Dan here for the great work that he's been doing for us. He's
Yes,
been.
this was my next question.
Yes.
Is or next.
Okay, go ahead. I
You
shot
got
you
you.
down.
No, that's fine. So Dan over here, this is the newest member of Mockstar.
Mhm.
So just kind of wanted to.
Wait.
Okay, wait.
I'm in another band.
Yeah, Dan's in another band. Dan's filling in for us is what he's doing.
Oh, you're filling in. You're
He's
not.
filling in. He's not a
permanent.
permanent
Okay.
member. He's
Well,
part of the
nobody
Mockstar
talks
family now.
about it.
No, he's part of the Mockstar family now. You know, and he's always going to be a Mockstar.
Hey, Dan, how you doing, buddy?
Okay, so.
Dan plays in a band called Blackened, which is an amazing Metallica tribute band.
Oh, that's Dan.
That's Dan.
Oh,
Wow.
Which game did you think
I don't know.
I don't know.
I thought Dan Aykroyd.
I thought
Yes.
Dan, maybe, but Dan has been filling in for us for a while. He's got a couple more shows to do with us. As
What
we
you said
He
last
signed
night.
my Ghostbusters poster. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
I don't know. Right? Yeah, disappointed now.
so
It's
I mean,
worthless. That poster is worthless now.
Ruined.
Although maybe it's worth even more. Blackened has been around.
I'll put
for a long
anything
time.
on eBay. I don't care.
Blackened is a great group. They've been around a very long time.
Very, very long time.
Yeah.
I
We
saw
got
that.
to play with them right before I retired. We opened for them at
They
Key
should
Bar,
fire him.
actually.
They should fire him.
Don't fire me.
Yeah, Dan doesn't really like the band.
Well, Dan, thank you for filling in the gap and joining the Mockstar family. You definitely belong. I've seen you play. obviously on both ends. You kill it, man. You definitely are really good at what you do, and these guys definitely need you to hold their hand. Absolutely.
Yeah, Dan fits really well personality-wise, playing.
Yes.
Playing the bush.
Now I'm bringing this one in. Amy, being with Rockstar, being with Mockstar, you are actually known for grabbing the mic and getting on stage with them when they play.
Unbeknownst to us, yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
She doesn't tell us she's doing it.
Oh,
she
wait,
just
oh.
walks up there and does it. So
whatever happened.
So it's spontaneous.
it is. I mean,
It's so spontaneous that it's not.
Well, you pretty much look at it when you find a 6'2" blonde walking towards you. You pretty much let it go and let her do what she wants
Okay,
to
no,
do.
I don't ever just. Don't make me
No.
look like that person.
No, she
I don't
doesn't.
do that.
You know, the only problem Amy has is when she comes up on stage with us. If she was just a little taller, she'd be fine. She just needs to be
Oh,
a
I
little
see what you did
taller
there.
when she comes up.
You said you
Let me
would
get my
do that.
scroll out.
You're gonna need stilettos if she gets any taller. She half the time she's wearing 5-inch stilettos on top of her 6'2" ass.
I got, you know,
I don't know that well, but I got an idea that the list is pretty fucking long.
But so yeah, Amy, so you do grab the mic. I've seen you, and I mean, I've even seen Jack come off stage and physically grab you and pull you off the stage. I've seen that too.
the WC Social Club. I was like, what?
Well, see, I mean, that's the whole.
Where are
the
we
whole
at?
thing.
What song is this?
You know, that's the whole thing about Mockstar. We're not about us. It's not about, I mean, we're having a great time on stage, don't get me wrong. But when the crowd is having a good time, we're having an even better time.
Right.
So I'll go down. I mean, we all know a tremendous amount of people, and even someone who's sitting at the bar just peeling a napkin. I'll walk down there and grab them and bring them up. Anybody could be a Mockstar, and that's pretty much how we like having fun at a show. Whoever wants to sing a song, I got no problems. Whoever wants to play guitar or drums, we got no problems. Just come on up and have
I
some
try to
fun.
bring people up to tear the drum kit down. They don't go for that.
Dan's like, nobody's
Okay,
touching my
yeah.
shit.
Well, we've seen your drum kit, and no, sorry.
No theaters on that.
Like, oh, my back.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I can't.
Yeah, anything you hit, you have to pack up.
Yeah.
You get a little splash symbol up there. Oh, look, these little.
I
It's
got
on
some.
the pit.
There's like 10 of them.
What are you watching?
Drum kit.
The drum.
It's funny as hell.
Yeah,
But so you guys got some killer shows coming up, and you and Amy also have a show coming. What was that? March 19th?
We brought this up already. It's Elmhurst. No, you wanted.
It's the Leprechaun Bash at the Waterford Conference Hall in Elmhurst, Saturday, March 19th.
Right.
Going to be opening the show for us, and then there's going to be Crushing Daffodils. And
Oh, that's right. You were saying that, yeah.
Amy's gonna wear a leprechaun outfit. It's gonna be great.
she could be a
I
6'2"
feel like
leprechaun.
I'm too tall to be a leprechaun.
That, you know what? I gotta see this though. I mean, maybe just walk around on your knees. We'll get you some knee pads, and you just walk around on your knees.
No.
We'll get you some green knee pads and decorate the front with some green fucking 4-leaf clovers. We'll pluck from the wet grass.
Doesn't know how tall
You're
you
gonna make me be on my knees all night, friend. I mean,
No, we
Yes. That's good. I just got put on the spot with that one. Yes. I don't think anyone else will say any other answer. But no, guys, this is awesome. I wish I could be there, but I got to have my background most and foremost, not my health, But so you guys got some awesome shows coming up. Jack, you're killing it on on the mic. Oz, you destroy it, and you do backup vocals, don't you?
who is
Who are
you?
you talking to?
Oz.
Oh yeah,
Oz?
yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I
How
didn't hear
many
you.
houses are
I don't know.
I didn't hear her say
I didn't hear her
Oz.
say Oz.
I heard you.
I heard her say Oz.
But yes, I do
Oh, okay.
backup vocals to Jack, which is not a easy trick to do. Luckily, I used to be in a band, and I used to have to do backups to a female singer, which were in those high ranges. So it's easier now. But I mean, he's a handful.
I agree.
I'm not down there for a second.
For
Why,
different
why,
reasons.
why am I
Okay.
going in such a wrong direction right now?
I'm staying
There's
out of
only
this.
one direction it could ever go. I mean, just admit that.
Straight down the gutter,
You
man.
know, again, we try with each song that we do, we try to bring bring it justice. We try to imitate each song that we do as close to the original as possible that we do. Whether it be Skid Row, whether it be, Lynch Mob, whether it be Steelheart, Guns N' Roses, all these guys have tremendous voices that aren't easy to emulate.
Mhm.
We try to be as true to them and as close to them as possible. So it's not an easy task, but we're having a good time.
And that's what it's about. Absolutely. So do you guys have any new songs that you plan on practicing to bring to the stage, just to surprise everybody with and get them off their seats?
Yeah, March 19th, and
7 new ones.
we got about 7 or 8 new ones that we're going to be throwing into the show.
Nice.
So
We're not gonna tell you.
there were songs that we were asked by our fans to do, and we listen to people. You see, when we pick songs out, how we pick them out is I listen to everybody's suggestions.
Jack shows
Everybody,
up and says you're doing it.
well, yeah, pretty much. If I said to say we're doing the song, that's it. But how it goes is I have to pick songs I'm comfortable doing, because if I can't sell the song when I'm singing it, I won't do it. If I can't do it justice, I'm not going to do it. If I can't hit the notes in it, I'm not going to do it. So there's a plethora of songs out there that to choose from. We're trying to keep it within the 80s hair band, arena rock type, genre.
Are we still doing Achy Breaky?
That's what
I'm not
Jesse's
doing
doing.
it.
I let one out. I'm
That's
sorry.
what Jesse's
I
doing.
don't know if the rest of you are doing it, but I'm not.
And so I mean, we just try to pick the songs that best fit us and vocally wise, whatever, and just have a good time with it. So we got a lot of surprises coming out at the next couple of shows. We redid our whole stage show, so we got a big production that we bring out to our shows now. You're not going to want to miss, because on a local level, it's going to be hard to touch.
It's gonna be big and messy, from what I hear.
Yeah.
We like it big and messy.
No, you like it big and messy. You
Shows.
just wanna
We're
play.
talking about shows here.
Oh,
Jesus.
okay.
This is why we say parental discussion, parental advisory is recommended, because anything goes on this page. We're trying to
Talking about
be
this.
a little subtle, but
shit.
we're all adults here. Please.
You guys
I'm
got
not
me on
wrong.
my knees. I like it big and messy. Why are we the bad guys here? You're saying it, not us.
Well, I don't mean it. Well, you guys are thinking it. I don't mean it in that way.
I'm not thinking it. Are you thinking it?
I
I
am
don't
nothing.
know what you're
Nothing I
talking
said
about.
is incorrect.
I thought I was blind till I saw you.
Didn't we?
Why
have
did
like
I come here?
Didn't we have like a 5-minute discussion about what?
I feel like I'm listening to a bickering couple.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna move on. Let's have some fun with some questions. Let's
Yeah.
have some. I want to have some fun with some questions.
Oh,
Okay, we got.
If you guys want
Yes.
to play a little game. All right, Marla, you want to go first?
Yes, actually, this is a 2-part question, and it's for
Go ahead.
each of you.
I gotta grab my
Um,
notes. How to reach? Keep going.
I'm not.
Yeah, this is for each of you, and it's a 2-part question. 1, what was the first rock show you seen? And 2, what was the first rock album you bought?
Wow.
Let's go first.
I know it off the
I
top.
can tell you mine. My mother took me when I was 13 years old to go see Judas Priest and Kiss in 1979. And I haven't stopped. So that was my first show that I seen. My first album my mom bought me was Aerosmith. But actually, my first one, I take that back. It was an 8-track, and it was Kiss's 8-track. So yeah, I'm pretty old.
All
Well,
right. Well, hold on. I think we should start with Dan here, because he had an answer right away.
Yeah, the first rock show I saw was Badlands, Tesla, and Great White.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And the first record I bought with my own money was Shout at the Devil. It's
Okay.
not my favorite now by any means.
Well, but still, I mean,
it had a pentagram. on
your
it,
first
so of
doesn't
course
have to be
I
your
was right.
favorite, but that's
Right.
pretty cool.
Mhm.
You
All right.
always remember your first fondly.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe not fondly, but you remember it. It's always memorable in one way or
This is the
another.
time it didn't say no, right?
Oh God, moving on. Oz.
My first concert was actually here in town at the Egyptian. I saw a band Piper, which was Billy Squire's original band, Angel. So
Oh.
I was a big Angel.
so that
fan.
shows you how old I
Yeah.
I was not gonna say it.
And my first album was rock album that I bought probably was Closer to Chicago. I love Chicago.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I have my first concert actually. I have to agree with Marta. It was in '79. I went to see a Kiss concert. It was supposed to have been. Well, yeah, they're old now. Huh? You were born in '79? I got shirts older than you. Shut up and sit there. But as far as a record, that goes back because I mean, when I was a kid, my parents raised me. You know, I was always singing country music around the house. That's what my dad. I've never seen my father cry at all in my entire life until he passed away. He cried the day Elvis Presley died. So the first album
My mom too. Yeah.
First album I got when I was a kid was Elvis Presley.
Yeah.
And again, you know, then I started, you know, I'm an eclectic when it comes to music. I love all kinds. I bought, you know, the Purple Rain album when it came out in '84. You know, it's just a lot. I go anywhere from Bon Jovi to Prince to Elvis Presley, you know, to and just, you know, Patsy Cline, Loretta Lynn, Johnny Cash, you know, stuff.
Yeah,
like
my mother was a country singer and she liked all of those. So I grew up on those. But when I got to be about 11 or 12, in a little small town, we was at the time was only like 800 people. And back then it was like, oh, like KISS stood for Knights in Satan's Service and all this crap. But my mom, she was a country singer. She let us explore the music we liked. And she piled all of us kids up in a camper shell on a truck, old truck. It took me to my first show. And I have a lot of her collector. I'm an original album collector, and I have a lot of hers, and I have a lot of her Elvis Presley. So, yeah, I can relate to you on that with the different kinds of music.
Mm-hmm.
I love Elvis. I actually used to play in an Elvis band. We did the whole thing, beginning to end.
I could see that. I could see that with you.
People just
Right.
play that. It's such powerful music. With you got a performer that actually does all that.
Yeah.
I used to have to watch the singer all the time because every time you moved, I had to do an accent that kind of went with that particular.
Right,
and it
right.
It was a really.
It's a whole different.
And people just forget when you get a good entertainer that does stuff or sings a song, they can make you forget that that's not the real person. That's very powerful. I watched it with this guy, and people just went.
And that's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, definitely is.
Music is a great escape for a lot of us. Even, you know, those aren't musicians, but just enjoy going out to see bands. That's what it is. It's I want to get away from all the crap I'm dealing with.
It's a place you mentally lose yourself in.
You know, with cover bands and tribute bands, you know, I think that's why they're so popular versus original bands is because it brings you back to times in your life. Like, I love these songs. Reminds me of, you know, when I was maybe carefree and I was growing up, or a happy time in my life, or, you know, sometimes it's a sad time in your life, but it just, makes you feel something. And I think that's great. You know, that's what's so great about music is it's just, I think it has so much control over your emotions, and
absolutely. And
that's great. And to connect with people like that, it's.
Well, Elvis's drummer, Ronnie Tuck, had this huge drum kit. And when I was 12, I said, someday I'm going to buy that drum kit. And I bought it when I was 16, and I still have it.
Yeah. Do you know that my aunt was a drummer in her band? My aunt, and she still has her drum set. And this was like back in the 50s, and she still has hers.
What kind of drum set does she have? Do you know?
Yeah, I've had mine for 45 years. It's not going anywhere.
The only Elvis Presley story is my mom met Elvis Presley back in the day when he was just coming out. I guess he was playing her high school or something. And
now we know.
So when you don't see him at the next show,
I think I need to use the restroom.
That's too funny. Shut up.
My mom was the only person, I guess, that didn't go ape shit for Elvis Presley. My mom just wasn't into that kind of stuff. And Elvis Presley couldn't understand why my mother was the only one not thinking he was God or something, I guess. I don't know. But a nice kid, though, she said. He was a nice Southern boy. He was a nice kid.
He's a nice kid.
I don't know. That's the only Elvis Presley story I got.
Nice. All right, I'm moving on to the next question for each one of you now, of course. How would you describe yourself and your personality in one word, and why?
Fucking obnoxious.
Oh, we know that about you.
All right.
Dan, take it. Dan, take it.
I didn't waste any
That's a
freaking
good
time.
Everybody's pointing their fingers at each other. Who's going first?
Yeah.
Well, this guy didn't like you barely got the question out, and he was just
Well, let's start with Dan because Dan the man over there is kind of quiet. So let's get him.
well, we started with him
involved
last
into
time, so
this.
First of
He's
all,
not getting
would you
involved,
like
so
to-
this-
That was 2 words.
Oh.
wait, did
Yeah,
you
you
say
said
one
yes
word?
or one
Yes,
word.
one. You said fucking it.
Describe yourself and your personality in one word, and
Okay.
why.
I feel like the way Oz just said it, it came out kind of as one word.
Yeah.
It was just
It's how you say it.
I see.
It's in the way you use it, man.
okay.
So yeah, obviously I'm a pain in the ass.
That's 3.
That's like
That's
4.
That's
Pain in
4.
the ass. That's 4.
Pass. Like you say it fast enough, and it's one word, right?
Penny.
Pass.
Can I say sexy? Can that be? Can
Oh,
that be?
jeez.
No.
Oh God, that is not.
Where's the?
I'm gonna
Where's the
say
cute bucket?
I'm gonna say
Let's be realistic here.
Honest, because I'm the type of guy. I'm a very blunt individual. I'm the type of guy that
That was a P.
I don't hold back. I say it like
You
it is. I
mind?
tell you like it is, and I'm going to tell you what you're going to get from me and what you're not going to get from me. So I don't like surprises of any kind. I'm just a very straightforward, honest, individual. So.
All right.
Well, you didn't ask about in music or anything.
Who jumped out and who jumped in? I don't know.
It's all good. It's all good. What about you, Oz?
This is going to be the first podcast you've ever had with an
Okay.
actual live murder on it. So,
Well, the evidence is.
Gotta hear the why. I want to hear that reason. Absolutely.
So yeah, so Oz jumped out right away with his answer, but why?
Huh?
You didn't. Her question. It was a two-part
'Cause
question. What and then why?
Because I tend to have 2 speeds: fucking on and fucking off, and nothing in between.
and he fucks off more than he fucks on. So,
I like everything that can. Anything worth doing is worth overdoing. So.
I can agree with all this. And his answer, as soon as he said it, I was like, yeah.
it's hence our stage show. Oz is constantly sending me texts. Dude, I got this, I got that, I just did this, I just did. Dude, you sweet. I mean, he's got here. Look at our light trucks. Look at this. Look at that. And we're constantly in touch with each other every day. But it's for the betterment of the band, and we're trying to see what we can do to improve our show and our statement that we're.
Right.
I'm waiting for Jack to say to stop. Stop.
So
Fucking stop.
this is my, as an outsider.
When your mind keeps flowing, you got ideas. You want to send it out there before you forget. Trust me, I get it.
They're already implemented before their ideas.
But from my opinion, from what I've seen from them, if we look at, Fran, you were there then. Maybe a lot of people weren't, maybe some were, but from the old Mockstar to this version of Mockstar, I think Oz, from what I've seen, is the one that's really the over the top, stage show. Let's do more, and that's amazing. And I think
Yeah.
that helps.
Well, it's
with
that
that
way
a lot.
because him and I have the conversation.
Right,
in
and
his
not that-
access. We have to do more.
Right. Not
But
that
we're trying
not
to
that
separate.
it's not that it's all him, but I
No,
think
no,
No,
that
early
is-
on,
brings
it's kind
that
of cool.
and
We got this relationship.
he brings the excitement to that, and like, yes, we need to do this, and I've got ideas, and this is just what I see, and I think it's great because for what you guys are trying to do, it's a great fit, and it's exactly what you need for what you're doing
That was the
to make yourself stand out and be different.
that was the relationship.
Yeah,
Jack
okay,
and I
this guy
had.
over here keeps like grunting in the background.
What I'm trying to say is that's the relationship Jack and I worked on when I got in the band. This is Jack's band. I didn't know shit from Shinola. And Jack said, here's what I like. Here's what I'd like to do. And I'm like, oh, okay. Jack's like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
I was like, that's what I meant, but
but like, whoa,
at 1:30 in the morning when my phone's
Slow
going, Jack, I
down.
got an idea. Tell me tomorrow.
and that's how I see him. Is like,
Yeah.
okay, sometimes you're probably like,
The
great
only-
idea, but can we just talk
What-
about this later? Like,
Exactly. It's like, can The only thing that Oz did, and I'm appreciative about, and this is going to be a little more on a somber note, that I got a text from Oz at 3:00 in the morning the other day, and that our original bass player, the guy who helped us start this whole thing off,
Yeah.
and so our condolences and love and respect out to him and his family.
Absolutely. I did see that. I didn't want to bring it up, but you did. I saw that too. And sincere condolences to his family too.
Exactly.
You
That's
know?
when he texted at 3:00 in the morning, I didn't mind getting from Oz. The other time is wait till tomorrow, but
I don't sleep.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't
and we
sleep.
know why.
That's correct.
So, but we just want to send our love and respects out to his family.
Absolutely. He was an awesome guy, a great musician. He was just,
He was with-
he's been in the scene a while, man. He's a great guy. So his condolences to you guys and his family,
He replaced me as the drummer in my last band, and then we brought him in to play bass. The guy could play like 4 different instruments all really well, but he was just a warrior, a really good
Yeah,
guy.
he's very talented. Very, very talented, yeah. So, Marla, you got any more questions? We'll change the subject. Try to mellow it out a little more.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, you go ahead right now. Yeah.
All right, so I got so many questions, but I always have my favorite few.
Is there any
What is your What are you doing? What is your most useless talent?
I love this one.
Start this then.
Let's not start at this one. Start back on this one.
You keep starting with Dan.
Because he's quiet. He's not.
Well, I know. So this is.
Dan's always going first.
I know. That's why I said start
We
with
just
Dan.
keep pushing it on Dan. Dan, you do it. You do it.
Are we talking, music wise or just
I
in
think
general?
we're talking in general, right?
Useless to who?
Yeah. You got to be a little bit more specific when you ask that.
Oh,
It's kind of a very vague question.
Okay, so next time we'll just randomly pick the person who starts, and that's who starts. That way you guys can't point fingers.
Okay, well, that's natural.
I'm about to say, is anybody listening to what's happening here?
All right, so I will give a name for this. Jack, what is your
No.
most useless talent?
Okay, but she wasn't listening to
No,
any of our.
no.
Because she's.
Can you elaborate, please?
All right, can you? What do you mean mostly? Are we talking music? Are we talking just
Anything in general. What is your most useless talent?
Well, I mean,
So what are you?
I
What
don't
are you
know.
good at? But
I
it doesn't
I-
freaking matter, and nobody would care.
I know. I mean, I'm pretty much
You
good
know,
at
I
anything.
mean-
But my most useless.
All right, well that's okay. It's most useful. So I don't know, being a cocky one.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I don't. Help me out here because I don't have a
I don't
useless
know.
talent.
What are
So
you good at?
What am I good at? I'm good at everything. So
Lies.
I'm good at lying. I'm really
He's good at
good
being
lying.
cocky.
You're not.
He's good at
I'm not a welder or anything. So I mean, I guess you can. I'm useless when it comes to welding.
well, okay,
Yes.
no, you're
I mean,
missing that.
But you have to have the talent to make it.
All right, we'll get back to you, Jack. Oz, what is your most useless talent?
Well, it's kind of weird because I studied auto body and repairing cars, and I've built speedboats, and I've done a whole bunch of shit. But just when I think it's useless, it actually comes
Well,
into
that's
play.
not useless.
Exactly. That's what I'm
Well,
saying.
if you don't use it, I guess, therefore it is
Macrame,
useless,
I
right?
guess. Basket weaving. I could
That's-
do it.
Could meaning you know how and you can't.
I could figure it out. I think one thing goes over the other, and shit gets made.
That's how babies get made, right?
I mean, well,
Or
that's
into the other, not
that's
over.
true. I mean, but
Well, I mean, it's all the same, right?
I guess it could be, but I don't make kids out of
I would love to have a basket of Oz.
it. At least not.
What?
Yeah, think about it. I would love to have one of the first original basket of Oz's. You get it? Yeah.
That's been a very popular request. Can I get a basket of Oz, please?
Yeah. Hey, that's got a great ring to it. I think we got something right there. I'm just saying 10%, the rest is yours.
Miles.
Are we almost done? Because I gotta pee. I mean, this just got weird.
I have to change my
It's
dietary
started.
habits.
All right, Dan.
What about you, Dan? What's your most useless talent?
all of my talents are useless.
That is too funny.
I think playing the guitar playing is worthless.
No,
I don't know. I'm
feeling
great.
he's
I'm great at remembering useless facts, like the release date of every Led Zeppelin album.
See, that's
Ooh, that's
yeah, that is.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah.
I think that's fascinating, but other people were like, "What?"
We're both
Why
IT
you know
people.
this?
We know a lot of useless information.
There you go.
So back to Jack.
I used to be able to burp the alphabet, so that's my use.
Oh, please don't.
I'm not going to. I'm just saying.
Wait, you said what? You know what? I remember you doing that actually when we were younger.
You know what?
I do remember that.
If I have to,
I-
if I have to be honest, and again, this is just me. People who know me know, you know, if I have to pick a useless talent of mine, I would pick my singing, because for me, I've always been this way my whole life. I don't like how I sing. I don't like how I sound. That's just me.
You know what? I think that's everybody, because you are always your worst critic.
That's
You will judge yourself harder than your enemy will. You know, and that's just a natural fact.
and not a useless
So,
because what you're playing shows. You have a band.
mm,
You're getting
And
somewhere
I'm
with it.
fortunate
You're
to
doing
have
something
people come out and
with
see
it.
us and everything, and that's great. But I mean, for me, you know, I don't take compliments that well.
Useless talent
You know.
is like you can. I mean, you know, just.
Music's
I
only
grew up
useless
with
if
Big
you're trying to
Brothers,
make a
so
living
you
at it.
can't ask me those
I
things.
like that. Music, say it.
Music's only useless if you're trying to make a living at it.
Well, there you go.
On that note, goodbye.
that is awesome. Those are great answers. So we got Will Dunham from the Dreamer Life, who has been patiently waiting to be for me to ask this question for him. He was wondering if you guys plan on doing a tour soon. Would you guys tour with anybody if anyone called you?
If
Or
literally
is there?
called, we'd go, but nobody just.
Yeah, nobody's calling for this. So I mean,
Well, if they were to, would it be something you would love to do, that you would consider?
I mean, sure, anything's possible. It would. I mean, just all the logistics would have to be there. I mean, because you got to understand, you know, we're not an original band. We are a cover band. You know,
Pay my rent.
which means we all have jobs, we all have
Right.
families, we all have things going on outside of this band. But if something was to come up that was too good of an opportunity to pass up, and certain things where the stars were aligned and certain things are right, yeah, we go. You know, we're working on some stuff now that would take us out of Illinois for a little bit. Have to wait and see what happens. But thank you, Will, for your question. And if you're a band that wants to do some stuff, let us know.
Mm. All right. Marla, you got anything? Yep.
Marta turned off the lights so we can't see her.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
was.
I'm sitting on the bathroom floor between the bathroom and the hallway because of my lighting's off.
I was gonna say she's setting the mood.
Yeah,
Talking to us.
yeah, I'm setting the mood. Yeah,
That's all we need to know.
I was gonna ask you, like, I'm in the southern Indiana area, so there's not a lot of shit here as far as music and stuff. So I always travel to get, you know, whether it's band photos or things like that. And a lot of the like Louisville, Kentucky is the closest place for me, and they got certain clubs that play metal, certain clubs that play cover bands, certain that's, you know, they have different kinds there. And then I traveled to Ohio too, so that kind of, it's going to counteract what you were just talking about to answer that one guy's question. If you ever thought that you would be in like the Louisville, Kentucky or Cincinnati, Ohio area, because there's a lot of bands that come to Cincinnati.
Yeah.
They're tribute cover bands. I've seen Black Bloody Sabbath, Judas Priest, and they're only 3 hours away from me, so I know a lot of people there. So is there anything in the future to where you might be like coming into those areas of Louisville, Kentucky, or
Again,
or maybe even getting together with some of the tribute bands that cover in that area?
you know, again, anything's possible. I mean, we've been asked to go to Vegas. We've been asked to go to Atlanta. We've been asked to go to Nashville. You know, there's a lot of things, you know, we've been asked to do. Again, it's just the logistics have to be right for us. I mean, for us to try, again, you got to understand the show and the production that we bring is a lot. It's almost non-existent on the local level. I'm not saying bands don't do it, because there are some out there that do, but the trailer that we have to bring out is almost like driving a bus. So I mean, it's like you have to find the right club that can provide what we need as far as stage goes, as far as sound goes, you know, and just stuff. But
When you have expenses,
yeah,
that
the
you gotta make
expenses
sure
have to
you're
be
not-
covered.
It's not costing you money, especially if you're missing out on regular jobs.
But I was in Hairbangers Ball for a little while. And,
Oh,
and then I was in Hairbangers 2, and we did all the traveling and the touring, and it was fun. And would I do it again if the right opportunity presents itself? I think we all would. But again, the right opportunity has to present itself.
right.
So any national bands out there, you need a killer opening, 80s hair band, or any club owners out there, you got a great club, you want some amazing talent to come down, let us know.
I could probably do that. I know a lot of them.
Well, what'd you say?
I wore the wrong shirt today, by the way. I should have worn.
Oh, yeah, I know, right? But Marla, if you know any of these bigger clubs that can accommodate a band like ours and want us to come down, by all means, let us know.
Yes. Have you ever heard of Bogarts in Cincinnati?
Yes, played there back in '94.
Yes, that is a big place. It's also a big place for cover bands and tribute bands. And a lot of these bands, like your bands, open up for a lot of bigger bands at Bogarts. And that I know people that know those people who own it. So, and people in Kentucky. But yeah, you never know what could happen.
You know what? Reach out to Bogarts and tell them who we are. Let them know. I mean, it's always fun. I mean, yeah, you get bands like us that do open up for nationals. I mean, this version of Mockstar, our first show, we opened for Striper. The second version I had, we opened for Warren, Skid Row, Lynch Mob, Dokken, Bullet Boys. We played Rocklahoma twice. We've been to Vegas. Yeah, it's fun to do it. And again, if the right opportunity presents itself, we'd be more than happy.
Hey.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. All right. Throw a little bit of history so we can get to know you a little bit kind of question. Did you always know that you wanted to be a musician? And what age did that start?
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I used to go to this little thrift shop with my dad, and one day we were in there and we looked up and I saw this toy drum kit, and something just went bam and it hit me, and I told my dad I wanted that drum kit, and he went on and on about, you don't know how to play drums, and I go, yeah, I'm gonna play drums, and I just knew at that moment that's what I was supposed to do, and luckily they bought me the kit, and away I went. I just went to it. It felt natural when I sit behind a drum kit, and it just feels natural. I feel like I'm in balance, and there's something that is just, for me, it's very natural. It's not something I have to struggle with. I got a professional teacher when I was 12. He turned out to be one of the top-ranked drum instructors in the world. He lived across the street from me, and I just soaked it up like a sponge. And I was playing in bands. When I was 15, I was sneaking into bars and borrowing drum kits because I couldn't take my drum kit out of my room, and it was just something I always knew I was supposed to be doing, and I kept it in my life.
Yep, pretty much the same for me. I started playing at about 15, so by the time I was 17 or 18, I was pretty sure I wanted to do music.
Same here. I mean, I was singing when I started singing when I was about 8 years old, and I was singing to my hairbrush in the mirror in my room to Elvis Presley and to whatever. I actually was in school. I wanted to be a lawyer. Is what I was studying to be. But certain aspects in your life happen, and just take you in a different direction. And I got involved in music probably when I was about in my 20s, because I was always with my family doing things. I was more of a preppy guy in my teen years. The short hair, the dress clothes, the dress shoes. I didn't start growing my hair out, get my ear pierced until I was in my 20s. Got my first tattoo back in '97, and then I just started. How I got involved in music was I actually used to be a roadie. My first roadie job was for a local band called Radical, and I went from there and I went to roadie for a band called Theater. Theater is a phenomenal original band. Right now, Pete Greco is in the Lounge Puppets for Aura. I would watch him play, and it was kind of like, I can do this. and I just pretty much picked it up from that point.
So
Never had a vocal lesson. Never did anything like that. Never lessons. Just
so you didn't do? Have you ever? Did you have to train your voice to hit those notes to get to that level, or it was just a natural born talent?
natural thing. I don't sit backstage. I don't warm up. I don't do any vocal warm ups. I'd be sitting backstage eating. Hey, it's time to go. Get up on stage and go. It's just all a natural talent, thank God, and it's just what I have.
Did you ever sing in the shower?
Exactly. You know, people, you're not supposed to have dairy before you sing. I'm eating pizza and cheeseburgers before I go on stage. It's just
Every gig has to have a 3-pound stack of fries. I don't know. I didn't here to talk to you.
But just for the record, I've never seen you eat a cheeseburger or pizza. I see you eat chicken fingers, but
I like chicken.
and French fries and a Diet Coke with no ice.
At McDonald's off the kids' meal. I'm telling you.
I've known you way too long, and Amy could testify to all of that. You're funny.
So it's
Will Dunham, the Dreamer Life, once again, was wondering to the guitarist, modelers or real cabs live?
I am still kind of a tube snob. There's really a sound that you get from having a tube amp and a real guitar cabinet that you can't quite get with a modeler. But the modelers these days are like 99% there. So I've been using a modeler for, I don't know, about 3 years now. And frankly, I don't want to go back to having to drag a heavy 412 cabinet around anymore.
It gets exhausting.
But yeah, the modelers are really, really good now.
Okay, there you go. And then let's see. Sugarcane says, "Hey Jack, you all sound great. What's up, Sugarcane?"
Hey, Sugarcane, how are you doing?
Yes. Now, I just got a message from a viewer who said that they texted him a comment, and I don't see it on my end. So they sent me the message through Messenger. And this is from, I don't want to butcher his last name, Wes Grissom.
Oh,
You know who Wes Grissom is?
yes, I do.
Yes, he is. This is how all three of us actually met, was through an old connection that at least got that right. And so, but he wants to know if you guys would consider coming to play in California.
Wow.
Hey, if somebody's paying for the trailer.
If somebody's paying for the gas in the trailer, and it's Which part of California does he want us to play at? Yeah, we consider it definitely. If this is a real question and you're absolutely, truthful about this, yes, message me on my Facebook page and we'll talk.
Mm-hmm. And I can send you his Facebook link also, Russ. If you are serious about that, or if it was just something you would consider, I will give you the information you need to get a hold of Jack.
Hey, we'll play in Havana.
He said it was the Lemoore area. What is it? Lemoore, Fresno area. So Fresno.
Cool. Yeah. What was that? I'm sorry. Say that again.
He said the Fresno area.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. You know what? I'll get you guys, each other's Facebook pages. You guys can set that up.
I'll be there for live interviews.
Amy's gonna be our roadie for that show. She can come.
Yep. And the Savages can be booked to fly with them, and we do the live media, push promotions. We can work that out too.
California's been on my bucket list. So yeah.
So yes, it sounds like it would be a blast. So I mean, we're getting a lot of interest, and the band's picking up. We haven't really been out that long, so the band's really gaining momentum and speed, and a lot of good things are happening for us right now, and we're very appreciative of it. So, yeah, by any means, man, we'll come to Fresno, no problem.
There you go. That's awesome. Marla, you want to go, hon?
Yes. And then after this question, I have to go because my phone's logging down again.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and close it up soon. But go ahead.
For all you guys, do you guys have any other family members that are musicians that may have connected you with that, or is it just you?
in all honesty, I've actually talked to my mom about this, and because I, as far as I know, am the only singer in my family. But I guess my mom said my father passed away when I was 13. So I didn't know him that well, but I guess he used to sing, and I guess my baby sister, she sings. But as far as like me on my level, it's just me.
Yeah, at least you have like that in that family.
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard them sing though, so I mean I can't. My sister,
Yeah.
So
Well, but they still have a little bit of background.
yeah, I mean I guess yeah, sure.
My mom actually was a snare drummer in school, and she played the castanets. I was born in Cuba, so I saw pictures of my mom, and she had a drum, and I'm like, Mom, I didn't know you played drums. She goes, oh yeah, I used to be in the marching band. I go, you never said nothing. I'm like, it's really weird. Played castanets around the house, and I got her castanets here actually, and I've actually on recordings. Yeah, I think that's where that comes from on my side.
Yeah, for me,
That's cool.
Yeah.
nobody else in my family really plays, but my parents were always supportive. They bought me a guitar for my 15th birthday, and put up with all the crap that being the parent of a serious musician comes with. I lived with them until I was like 20. That's not that big a deal now, but it was overstayed my welcome.
Okay, well, you guys, it was nice to meet you, and I hope I get to see you live soon. Hopefully. But
What is that? Did we just blow a circuit?
anyway,
What
I have
happened?
to go. I'm doing this on my phone, and once I get past the hour, it bogs down. But it was nice to be able to talk to you, and I hope I get to come to Illinois to meet you guys.
I hope to see you soon, Marta. We'll save a seat for you.
Yeah.
Definitely.
See ya.
Marlon, love you, honey. We'll talk soon.
Love you.
All right, bye, hon.
Bye.
Okay, so what just happened?
The smoke machine went off.
Our geyser went off.
We don't know when it might happen
We
again.
were trying to get that 80s effect, and the smoke machine.
Could happen again.
You know,
We overdid it.
yeah, a little bit. Hi, Renee, Robin.
That is, all of a sudden I see flashing and sparks. I'm like, the hell just happened? Well, I'm glad nothing is on fire, first and foremost. Second, I hope the damage is repairable and cheap. So,
Hi, Robin. Robin Renee's on. She's saying hi to everybody.
Hi.
Hey, Robin.
okay, so let's go ahead and you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end the show. It's before we lose connection. Is there how do other bands, booking agents, or people check you out? What links do they go to find you?
Well, they can go on my personal page. We have a Mockstar
Let's not talk
EPK.
about this right now.
We have a Mockstar EPK page that they can go on. That's just strictly for club owners and venues and whoever wants to book us. My number's on there, so they can get a hold of me. Or try to find Mockstar on Facebook. I mean,
what is
we're
that
going
page?
we're going through some
Mockstar demo.
yeah, it's called Mockstar Demo that they can go on, and that gives videos and demos and again contact information and everything on there. We're the type of band, again, we just want to have fun. So we come to your town, be expecting a party because that's what we're bringing.
And then we'll probably show up on your door at 3 a.m. hungry. So
That is too funny. I don't think there'd be too many of the Generation X women who will be upset if you came knocking at their door. So go ahead and knock away, boys. No ding dong bitching allowed. You got to stay there.
They will be. We're knocking at 3 o'clock in the morning. But where's the hamburgers?
Hungry.
Thank you.
Yeah,
come 6 a.m. it'll turn into get the fuck out.
Right? Oh, too funny. You guys, thank you again for making the time to come on Savage Ladies Metal YouTube. Amy, thank you for taking that special trip out to be in studio with the guys. This was a lot of fun. And before you guys officially go up in flames, you guys are obviously smoking. So with that, we are going to close this day off with, again, thank you.
We're smoking.
Yes, you are smoking. Keep that flame burning.
Fran,
Again, looking forward to seeing you guys this year.
Fran, rest and get better.
Yeah.